All right, y'all. So we're back with day 3 of HS Awareness Week, and we're talking about chronic pain and the reality of surgeries. So, just jumping into the chronic pain, it's not to say that the chronic pain is something occasional. It is literally a everyday challenge. It is a baseline in which you're going to gauge how your day starts usually, how best you're going to interact with somebody, how much you can tolerate of somebody, or hell, even how much you can tolerate of yourself. When it started for me in the arms, it wasn't as bad, but at the same time, I couldn't still speak too much. I couldn't say too much. It was just endure. As I got older and then moved into my legs and groin, I then was faced with newer challenges in the same sense of the pain, but it's in newer places, things I can't really still describe because it's more intimate area. Even most appointments I went to, I was always misdiagnosed, or it's just particularly a boil. And this is just, again, stage 1. Stage 2, a lot of individuals or people who took a look in the medical field weren't too sure as well then, but I was still seeing more increased stress on myself, more increased expenses, the cost of trying to figure out how to keep it clean, the worry of even trying to keep it clean, more draining, more smell, more irritation. Overall, ick and feels in myself, and just watching myself slowly turn into something that I wasn't. In my case, my condition has gone to something the surgeons and doctors would call rare that have seen me, and it's no longer a traditional HS thing where it's more on the upper layers of your dermis, where mine has moved to a more internal, harder area to keep clean as well as take care of, which would be my backside. And it's not just primarily the skin of the backside, which makes it so rare, because that's still upper layer skin, but we're talking about internally. So it's moved more so in a way that it's affecting my rectum and anus, which the doctors don't know too much about or how to fix, but they, oh boy, they have a surefire fix that is the last step. And we don't want to do that. We want to figure out how to get to a better place in the middle somewhere without having to go to the last step. The last step is reversible, but I don't want to, do that last step. HS for me was just a doorway to open up a lot of other things that eventually developed, or false symptoms. These false symptoms for me with HS could have become, permanent, to have stayed, like they weren't just a start and then it might have went away like others. The first two were something that just stayed, and that would be I have psoriasis as well as arthritis of the body. And when one flares, the other one flares up. And that's a whole nother can of worms on how I manage and treat that. But the pain is still nonetheless the same. Hard to deal with, uncomfortable. I feel constricted, lack of blood flow in places. I couldn't feel anything. There was so much pain.